Freedom of thinking. I know about this.
I didn't think. It might sit in one of those chairs.
Good afternoon, everybody.
And maybe set it around. You got that little blanket thing and break it over.
Yeah, I got the blanket thing. I get over, we don't. Maybe we can set up here, because it's not that wide. It's the camera right here. This one? Different volume, right? I guess if you come here.
You'll stay with it from the laptop.
Huh? No, I'm just trying to figure out.
Oh, okay.
Don't move anything.
Yeah, y'all might.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to.
I was on the
best
panic.
place for it. No. This,
Okay.
what do you suggest I put?
Oh, no, you fine.
This is just for the ceremony.
Okay.
No, I'm just trying to figure out where to put it, that's all.
Yeah, I mean, it looks.
On that little side, live on the side.
They can't, probably can't. I'm just trying to get it
You want me to move?
situated.
Now, all the sound is gonna be coming through here, and it has microphones built in, so it's picking up the audience. Now, I heard the stuff rattling.
Oh,
I
no.
was like, oh, God. Let me move this out the way.
Is that working?
The only thing is, the camera's gonna be.
Yeah, I want to mess you up now.
No, the camera's gonna block the view though, of here. Of this.
Of this right here?
Yeah. Of this.
Well, what about right here?
Yeah?
Which has? This is in the actual, where you're supposed to be at. Put that table here. You won't come by one. Right?
You need a table? I'm trying to get one out of the closet. Now,
No, I think it's okay.
you sure? Okay.
Well, is one here back?
No, I had to go down to load dock and then, okay. You know, there used to be one out in the hall. Look.
It would be, yeah, it would be good if you see it. Was one right there? One
Yeah,
time?
it used to be one out here. We looked through the class.
Okay.
There's something being covered on the program. I see her name on that paper thing we have. This right here.
Well, I'm excited. Yeah, big day tomorrow. Big day tomorrow. What day? Be right back.
I know, it's not another the seat between, start on the second row, the third row, all the way around. We moved on to. What about me? Eric. Everybody said Eric. Everybody in these color areas said Eric. All the way to the end.
Thank you.
All the way down. all the way down to the third row. Make sure that's a seat between the seats. All the way down to the third row. Make sure that's a seat between.
Hey, Mary, cards up there?
Oh, I don't think it's in his office. Okay.
All right, I'll be right there.
Oh, there you're, okay, good. Okay, thanks. He heard me.
By that back row. All the way down to the third row. You by that back row right there. You go up to the third row. All the way, make sure there's a seat between you.
Hey.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I left a quick. Oh, I might need to put some more batteries in it.
That's what you want? Yeah. So make sure you're not drinking it. Water, make sure you're not drinking water in here. You go all the way down to the third row.
Let me go grab some batteries, I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, I can tell you to sit down, but I didn't check. Yes. You didn't put the ceremony?
Yeah, yeah. I'm filming.
Okay, so the first one.
First row. Okay. No batteries, huh? Oh, so good.
Go down to the third row, make sure.
Yeah, I think it died on me. Oh, hold on. Get it up? No, no, no. Hold on. That's what you're on the screen too, right? Yeah. Okay, now you're good. Oh. And the sticky, I tried to clean it with some alcohol, and that was the worst thing I did.
Well, you know, well, actually, both of us handled this back and forth.
Yeah.
I ain't got to say.
What? I got my beach show. Yeah, I do. But he's trying to wipe it off.
I tried to wipe it off with alcohol.
But then
No, this is what I was saying for you to control it, because I figured if you sitting on this front row, you
No,
can
no,
control
no,
it.
take that much in.
No, it's not for you, but that way nobody else has. So you can control it.
Okay,
Yeah, as each person knows.
okay,
But you can keep it.
okay. Okay, so you don't want to hit this?
I should be able to control it from there, right? So once I start talking, you just.
That's what I'm saying, though, see. Let's look at, let me see what's on there. Let me what's on there. This is the same we had last year?
Oh, yeah.
Agenda.
So yeah, you can just start it. Don't keep looking at this. Not that it matters.
Okay. Right here, right here?
Yeah, go back. So when I start talking, you can put it on there.
Agenda.
And then just keep going.
Cool, go.
We got.
Okay, time. No, we can skip. Let's skip.
Yeah, I think it brought came from one from the camera.
I got stuff on, huh?
Did you talk to her about all that?
Yeah. From last year? Yeah. Okay. So basically, what I did was ask her, I think you said that's last year. They had the mandatory, we had to say.
I have one.
I already sent the one you said last year, but anyway, it has like a lead, my part and her part, she knows.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, that's what you said last year.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Okay, yeah. And now again. Yeah. Yeah. Really? Yeah. Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Okay. No, no, so I stand up.
I'm sorry.
I mean, yeah, but I think you're. I think once yeah, exactly, yeah. I don't think. Right.
Good afternoon, everyone. We're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you all for joining us for the Fall 2021 College of Engineering graduation reception. We're excited to be able to host you in person. So welcome back and congratulations. This evening, we'll have just some brief remarks from our department chairs and representatives, also from Dean Coger as well. We'll also have those of you that are participating in the Order of the Engineer ceremony, taking your oath. So we hope that you will enjoy this celebration that is put together for you. And also, we'll also have 2 students that will give student reflections as well. So we hope that you will enjoy this brief ceremony. We promise not to keep you very long, and we will have some refreshments for you after this is over. So make sure that you stop by in the lobby to pick up something to go. But congratulations again, and we'll have Dr. Parrish. One second. There we go. Yeah, so we're going to begin with the brief remarks from our college chairs, and it does begin with you, Dr. Parrish.
I think I missed that part right there, the honors recognition. So one of the traditions that we have for this ceremony. First of all, good afternoon, everybody. You all look so very nice. You got your mask on, and This is a good day. It's a good day. It's a different day, right? But it's a good day. And hopefully through this afternoon, you're going to be inspired even more. And as you reflect back on your 4 years plus years here at A&T, you're going to leave with some very, very good memories. That's really our hope, our goal. We're going to be sharing some what we believe are sort of words of wisdom for you to take with you as you go on your journey as you leave your A&T. But one of the things that, I want to get back to what I was saying, one of the things that we do as part of our tradition here is we recognize those students who are in the audience. We don't recognize we've got students that are actually watching online, families watching online as well. And this is all new for us as well. It's tradition, we have this event in person, and it's normally done in the Alumni Event Center. But today, we decided we're going to have it in person, but also be able to accommodate for families and friends who were not able to be here at this time, but still could participate in the ceremony. And so to recognize the students who are receiving honors, to the grad students first, graduate students that are here, I see a few that are here, recognizing any grad students who obviously have a 3.0. Like for all the grad students, you would please stand at this point. The graduate students, if you're in the audience, you would please stand. Okay, great, excellent. Congratulations. Congratulations. Thank you all. For the undergrad students, if you are summa cum laude, magna cum laude, or cum laude, if you would please stand, be recognized, please, at this time. Awesome. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to you. Of course, you receive, of course, recognition tomorrow as well. The program is printed as well. We're going to now begin with remarks from the college chairs. I am Dr. Lee Parrish, Assistant Dean for the College of Engineering Student Affairs, as well as Interim Chair for Civil, Architectural, and Environmental Engineering. So again, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to all, to our parents, families, and friends who are watching online. And most of all, congratulations to the December 2021 graduating class. That's undergraduates and graduate students. We are so very proud of you. You're going to hear that all evening, all afternoon today, because we are proud of you. You have really, gosh, in the face of unimaginable challenges, you persevered. And you are here today as you've demonstrated that not only are you agile, you can adapt, you're resilient, right? You persevered, and all those on goes on. And so I was asking myself, what could we say to a group of students who've gone through all of this sort of unprecedented challenges? And so, having said all that, I want to leave you with this. Keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. I think each of us has a God-given destiny. And I was thinking about this coming in on this morning. You think about cars on the road. Lots of cars on the road, right? They're all moving at different speeds, different directions. Some are getting off on exits, but they all have one thing in common. They have a destination which they want to achieve. They're going somewhere, right? You don't just get in your car and not have an idea where you're going to be going. You have in your mind, I'm going to go to destination X, destination Y. And so what I want to encourage you with my brief moment here this afternoon is keep moving forward. You've demonstrated, as I said earlier, you're resilient, you persevered, you're agile, you've been able to adapt in all the sort of unprecedented changes that none of us could even imagine. But through all of that, you made it through and you're at this point. And so my words, very simple as they are, is just keep moving forward. Keep moving forward toward your goals, your aspirations, with focus and determination. All right? I'm going to ask now Dr. Fred Ferguson, the Department Chair for Mechanical Engineering, to come up and give his brief remarks. Dr. Ferguson, welcome Dr. Ferguson, please.
Thank you. All right. Thank you, guys. This, as Dean Coger once said, is always the best time for us as chairs and professors. When we get a chance to see you guys smile, unfortunately, you can't remove your mask, but I'll take some liberty in removing my mask. But before I start my brief remarks, I wrote a dear letter to the graduating class. I wanted to see whether it's just me or all of us. Today is a very, very cold day. And you know, since Dean Koger left this building, it has been cold. And it's not warming up. We're hoping that she,
Yeah, hold on. They're checking the camera.
The YouTube, like it's not working.
The YouTube? Okay, we'll get Carter on it. Okay. Sorry about
should
that.
I continue?
Let's pause for a second. Just for a brief second.
No
Because
problem.
we don't want to miss this. You're going to miss my group.
I was just commenting on how cold the building is since you left. I'm hoping that you'll change your mind and come back to this building. Let the others take the new one. All right.
Oh, but wait, I'm just curious. Are you excited? Yes. Okay. You know how you're so cool and calm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's working. YouTube is working. I've been sitting in my office watching.
Oh.
No, it's the same link. Tell them go to YouTube. Listen, I'll tell you what to do. Go to YouTube and search for Carter Bing. CarterBing. And then click on me. You respell his name? Carter. Last name is Bing, Bing. Got it? You guys got it?
Good. All right. Action. Okay, graduating class, like I said, I just wanted to remind Dean Koger how cold it is, and indeed it's cold. For the last, how many days she left, it's getting colder each and every day since she has left. So please, let's do a campaign to get her back into this building. And we know it may be only a short time, but we do miss you, Dean Koger. And, you know, as soon as you let us, we'll come over to visit. All right, so with that said, graduating class, I know I'm representing the ME department right now, but if I may say so, for all of the professors in the College of Engineering, this is one of the best times for us to interact with you graduating seniors, because this is the time we hear all the great appreciation that you never told us in all the 4 years you've been here. So I'm happy to see the smiles and to hear that. But nevertheless, let me get to my documented remarks. Now, on behalf of the Mechanical Engineering Department and its faculty and staff, I extend heartfelt congratulations to your graduation. This is a significant milestone, I'm sure you know, and we're glad that you have chosen our school, our department, and our college to do your life's journey with us, because we do enjoy having seen you every day in our classrooms, you know, sitting in our lectures and doing our assignments. We're overjoyed at your technical progress because we're able to see how you perform on a daily basis. And we always enjoy your interaction. You know, even though when you become mad at us, we're still happy that you're growing. Now, you've achieved so much during your stay here. No doubt there's a whole list of things we can go through, but we won't do that today. Today, we will better join your family in congratulating you in achieving all of the requirements that we as faculty members have for you to make sure that when you leave here, you have an accredited degree. We're also very thankful for your family for supporting you during times of hardships or challenges, and you needed some extra hand and your family was there to support you. So we thank them for that as well. Today, we know also coming soon is your transition. Tomorrow is what we will call your transition day. Tomorrow is the day you graduate. You officially receive your degree. And that now opens up a whole new world to you. So what I would like to do is to remind you that because of the way the programs are set up, especially in our college, you must feel confident that you're well trained and you have all of the capabilities needed for you to get into your respective jobs and the respective fields you're entering. Most of all, you're moving into a new world in which there are lots of uncertainties and even now alternative facts. But we hope that we have trained you well. We hope that you're prepared for all the challenges that will meet you. We know that this world needs intelligence. It needs people who would stand up to the truth and defend the truth. It needs people with courage, people who would be steadfast, committed to what is right. And we've trained you well, and we know technically when it comes to that, when you're going to build a bridge and you're going to sign on and saying that it's good for 10 years or 25 years, we know we can take it to the bank, and we trust you to do that. We hope you keep to all the principles we taught you. Remember, graduating class, your College of Engineering professors were the first to celebrate your little success in those introductory courses, those little assignments, those little projects, when they made comments and you were at first taken aback by their comments. Look at how much you've grown. Now, not only can you debate intelligently with your professors, but you can creatively point out shortcomings where you may give them a chance, make improvements. We hope when you go out into the new world that you'll do that. Today, many of our professors, they outright would celebrate your accomplishments. You may not think of it as great accomplishments because we remember when you came to us. We remember where you are. And now we know what you have and the capabilities that you possess as you're leaving us. Graduates, your personal drive and determination to understand, to innovate, and to create, helped along by your faculty who believed in you and fueled your passion, brought you here today. Now, you're ready to move forward. You're ready to join generations of Aggies who have gone before you many, many years past. Many of them have gallantly taken on challenges and have made tremendous progress. In fact, if you look at the traditions of Aggies, we have contributed to our nation, our state, and the world in many, many ways. And many of us are thinking that it is a tradition for us to go on and take on new challenges. So when we say we expect you to be among our graduates in taking on major challenges, we are looking forward to seeing you there. So go take your rightful place. And if you do need us, don't hesitate to call. As you leave campus, I encourage you to remain connected to your campus family. Because at one time, many students used to think, many graduate students used to think that when they leave us, that's all. When you go into your job, many in the past thought, hey, they're cut off from their professors, from their advisors, and from all the training they had received until then. But that's not true. Now, when you're on that job, if you meet any technical challenges, anything, we're here to receive your phone call, to assist you in every which way we can. And we're all prepared to do that. In fact, we're looking forward to that. Because as we hear from you, as we encourage you to grow in your technical profession, we're also basking in your successes. And those things we also pass on to the generations of students who come after you. So we want to pass on to them what you're doing to keep encouraging them to do even better. So, and of course, as you leave us now, we can't hug you, but trust me that all our faculty members in my department for sure would gladly try to hug you all and make sure that we give you the best encouragement as you leave forward. And one last thing I would like to say, that when we train our students, we think beyond your BS degrees, beyond your master's, and even beyond your PhD. So if you do need to come back for any of those degrees, feel free to do so. But if you feel that you need to go on to any other discipline, any type of advice you may need, remember your faculty advisors and your professors are always here to guide you along the way. With that, good luck, Aggies. We look forward to hearing great things from you.
Okay, my name is Om Prakash Yadav, and I'm a chair of Industrial and Systems Engineering Department. I'm a new, this is first event I'm participating, and thanks to Dean Cogger at least for giving me this opportunity, because I'm seeing some of my colleagues first time in person or face to face. Anyway, my heartiest congratulations to all of you, not only Industrial and Systems Engineering Department, but all graduating and students from the College of Engineering. I'm not good in giving the advice, but I'll give you two pieces of advice. One is, if you really want to succeed in your career or life, and that's what I learned from my teachers and my parents, is build a strong foundation. You cannot be successful, you cannot help others if you are not capable to do that. So the first piece of advice is make yourself capable to help your family, to help your friends and relatives, and finally to help the society. That's very important. If you're not capable, if you're not strong enough, you can't do. So it's very, very important that you build a strong foundation. And that's what we have started by graduating from this institute. The second piece of advice, which I'm building on what Dr. Paris pointed out, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Now, to keep moving, you have to keep learning. Remember, I'm giving you this analogy. When you go for a long drive, when you prepare your car, you fill in the gas tank, right? So right now, you're at that stage, you have prepared the car, you have filled in the gas tank by acquiring the knowledge throughout these 4 years of your time over here. And then when we go on the road for big ride, long rides, you will have to fill in your gas after regular interval of time. What that means in your life, you have to continuously keep learning. That's what we call and there's a lot of emphasis we are giving in educational institutes. It's what we call the lifelong learning. And it's more important now for your generation, because the technology is evolving at a very fast rate. So if you don't keep learning, you will not be able to keep up with this technological change, which is really occurring at a very, very fast. So I would strongly advise all of you to keep learning. This is that the gas tank which I filled in here is not enough. You have to keep on building on that. So with those two pieces of advice, I congratulate all of you and wish you all the best in your life and career. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. And I'm here to represent the electrical and computer engineering and congratulations for your achievement. And for the engineers, as a definition, is have many definitions. One of them is the application of science to the optimum for conversion for the resource to the resource to the use of the mankind. So we are engineers to actually using all the resource and the scientists to help the whole mankind. And so somebody say that, who said that the 20th century is the century of the scientists, and so they invent many theories, and the 21st century is for engineers. Okay, so we only have 20 years past this century. We already have so many new technology come out and change our life, from you don't even imagine like 20 years ago. Okay? So as the electrical and computer engineers, which is the one of the important part of this revolution. So from this smartphones and the microgrid, all this natural resource with the electrical cars, auto drive stuff. So there's a very, very large field as a for you to use your strengths, your knowledge, learn from here to get into there and change the world. Okay? So you have been go through tough courses, and sometimes you may think a little too tough, but once you get into the field, you can see, okay, this is worth it, and also you need to continue to learn. Okay, so one thing is the for the advice, when you go to the after your graduation, you go to the new jobs and you're finding new positions. One thing I want to give you advice is try to ask in the beginning as much as you can. Particularly for the first like 3 months, half years, people expect you to ask questions. So I know you don't like to ask questions in the class. I always asking students, so okay, please ask your question if you don't understand. Okay. But in the work of whatever environment, they expect you to ask questions because they know you are new in the field. Then they want you to ask questions because if you don't ask, they don't know what you don't know. Right? So, but after certain time, if you still don't understand, then that's people gonna have quite problem with you because why you don't ask in the beginning. Okay, so try to ask questions as much as you can when you get into any new jobs or new positions. Okay? So for the journey ahead, and then I hope you all have a great future and also carry the pride of ID and make the world proud of you. Okay, thank you. And in one addition, I'm a graduate coordinator. So if you feel you want to have higher degrees, you're more than welcome to come back to contact us to getting a higher degree. Thank you.
Good afternoon and congratulations to all of you. I'm from Chemical, Bio and Biological and Bioengineering Department. I'm representing Professor Steve Nicely, who is the chair of the department. First of all, let me congratulate all of you on your great accomplishment today. I congratulate you as engineering graduates of this esteemed university. And you're not graduates yet, but you'll be by tomorrow this time, all of you will be graduates. I had written here only BS in engineering graduates, but I understand that there are many master's students as well, and maybe, are there any PhDs? Oh, there's a PhD student here. I know you. Congratulations. Are you already hooded or not?
Yes.
Yeah, this morning. Congratulations to all of you. This is a special time for all of you and your families. Don't forget your family. They have, just like your families have done a lot of sacrifices for you, and you need to appreciate that so much on special days like this. You have persevered and endured a couple of very difficult years. We all have, but as they say, tough times build character. So I think, in my opinion, you are even stronger because of what we have gone through for the last couple of years, because that hard times build character. And you guys have lot stronger degree than what you would under normal circumstances. Like they say, when you have hard times like this is an opportunity to shine. Now that you are a graduate of this university, I hope you have planned the next chapter in your lives, and I hope you have whatever it may be. It may be that you have a job lined up, or you have you're going for a higher degree, more education, maybe coming back to some of you BS graduates, like we were making a pitch. I'm also a graduate coordinator, so I'll also make the pitch that maybe you can come back to A&T and get, like some of the other amongst you, get master's or PhD degrees with us. But that opportunity is always there for you, but whatever it is you have planned, just like you succeeded here, just work hard and you will succeed in whatever it is you're planning next. And we are always behind you in that endeavor. Okay, and as you proceed with your career, remember that you are a graduate of this university. Nobody is taking that away from you. And you are now and you'll always be an Aggie. So congratulations again. I'm not going to give you a whole bunch of advice because that is, my colleagues have already done that. And I know what your family will tell you. Follow your family, take family advice, and you will succeed in life. Congratulations again, and good luck to all of you.
First of all, congratulations to everyone and your families. Okay, I'm Albert Esterline. I'm representing Dr. Kaushik Roy from Computer Science, who's at one of the many conferences he has to go to all the time. So I've been at A&T for almost 30 years. I came down here in January of 1993, and Dr. Kabadi reminded me that I'm not the oldest one here, or the one that's been here the longest, but I'm among them, okay? A&T has become like home to me, okay? As you'd expect after 30 years. Here at A&T, I've seen A&T become stronger and stronger. Not only the faculty doing more research, more publication with the graduate students. So I've been on, well, currently I'm on 27 PhD committees, which maybe is close to a record. So from various departments, okay? And over the years, I've seen the level of the work get better and better. And the stuff I'm seeing now, I don't think I could do it myself, okay? And then undergraduates, right? Undergraduates are becoming more and more involved in research, internships, volunteerism, and so on. And as already been pointed out, part of what you learned here is you've learned how to learn, right? So this is lifelong learning. And as has been pointed out by others, the world is changing rapidly, right? So what you learn here, you have to build on, right? And probably the most important thing you've got is you've learned how to learn. So going forward, we hope you remember A&T, Aggie Pride, right? Get a reaction? Okay, for the grads, you've picked up skills, right? That you'll learn, that you'll use for the rest of your life. Okay, it's the beginning of careers and so on. For undergraduates, your undergraduate institution that plays a special role in your life, right? In a very strong sense, it makes you who you are. Okay, not just academically, but in terms of friendships you've formed, skills that you've developed, attitudes that have come along, and it'll see you through your life in good stead. A&T is a particularly strong institution as far as both undergraduate and graduate education goes, and you can go forward with well-founded confidence in the degrees that you're getting while you'll be awarded them tomorrow. So again, congratulations to everyone here and to your families as well. Okay, thank you.
So let's thank our chairs one more time, please, for opening remarks, please. Thank you all. So next up, we're going to have reflections by two of our students, Earth Pender and Jared Boyd. If you were here, I saw Jared here. Is Earth Pender here? There you are, okay. So we'll start with Earth first, and Jared, followed by Jared. Let's give her a round of applause as she comes forward, please.
Good afternoon, everybody. Great, so my name is Earth Pender, and on tomorrow I will receive my Bachelor of Science degree in Biological Engineering with a concentration in natural resources. It is an honor to stand before you all today, before my peers at this moment. We are thankful for the leadership of our Chancellor, Dr. Martin and Dean Koger, and all of the faculty and staff of the College of Engineering. To our respective villagers that are not present at this moment, virtually, we love you. So there's an African proverb that states, I am because we are. This means that I, myself, am not independent of my community, as what impacts one will eventually impact all. When I reflect on my journey at A&T, I'm reminded of my village that helped me to matriculate throughout the past 4.5 years. I am thankful for God, for He always orders my steps, my family, my friends for their unwavering support, the Biological Engineering Department, the College of Engineering, and also the College of Ag and Life Sciences, for always believing in me, even when I didn't believe in myself. When our ancestors were praying to see us here today, now we stand on the shoulders of our ancestors, reaching back so that we can continue to reach forward. As engineers, we know that failure is often okay. It is this step that begins the process of improvement. I failed at many things throughout my collegiate journey. I'm standing here today due to the power of perseverance, just like you all are as well. Now that I'm on the other side, I see the beauty of my story, but my outlook was not always this way. I've served as the president of my engineering society, spoken at national conferences, competed in competitions, completed internships, and served on a plethora of executive boards and committees. I've traveled, presented research, but nothing pales in comparison to a 6-month internship I completed in 2020. I worked at Lancaster Farms, one of the largest agrarian conglomerates in Wilson County. While I worked on this farm, I witnessed H2A workers work 12 to 15-hour days in 95-degree weather, some as old as 85. Farmers make up less than 2% of the population, but that 2% is responsible for feeding the entire population. I only spoke Spanish at work. I often got there before the sun came up, and I wore all old clothes. Every day, I witnessed individuals perform backbreaking work, and I couldn't help but acknowledge the privilege that I have to study for a degree that many years ago I would have never been able to earn due to the color of my skin. My maternal and paternal great-grandparents were sharecroppers. I am truly their wildest dreams fulfilled. The job at Lancaster led to more opportunities in 6 months than I've ever had. At that moment, I found my voice, became powerful, confident, and determined. I've always felt like a leader, but at this moment, I felt that I was extending my legs forward on my own. This opportunity led to multiple job offers, research opportunities, and graduate school interests. While I knew that greater was coming, I never imagined the inflow. Many of you are likely in the process of accepting offers, applying to jobs, or maybe graduate school. Not everyone will travel the same road, but please remain optimistic on your journey. If you don't have an offer, don't worry because it's coming. All it takes is one yes. Because of A&T, I know that I have an entire network behind me, and so do you. I will forever be indebted to this university for molding me into the woman that I am today. As for my next steps, I will be completing a 6-month engineering contract at a pharmaceutical company in the RTP area, and then I will be attending graduate school in fall 2022. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Earth, for giving me a hard act to follow. So my name is Jared Boyd. I will be receiving my degree tomorrow in Industrial and Systems Engineering. And I'm just going to share a little bit about my journey here at A&T and what this university truly means to me. So my journey at A&T started for as long as I can remember. My mom is an alum. She graduated in the 80s. Born and raised in Greensboro, North Carolina, so A&T has been in my backyard for my whole life. I can remember going to robotics camps and chemistry camps here, playing in Holland Bowl,
getting to eat Williams Dining Hall, losing my mind, eating all I could eat as a kid. And ultimately, as I transitioned to high school, I started to get really serious about math and science. I started to focus more on engineering and kind of looking at my options of where I wanted to go. I think like most high school students, you kind of want to get away from home. But I think it made the most sense for me to remain close to here just because A&T, I knew I wanted to go to an HBCU. And A&T was really just, we graduate the number one. We graduate the most Black engineers in the country. So everything just kind of made sense. And so when I think about A&T and my experience, the first word that comes to mind is family. And it really started my senior year of high school. I don't know if Dean Koger remembers, but she took time to speak with me when I finally made my decision that I was going to A&T, and she really sat me down in her office, took time from her busy schedule to just let me know what to expect coming to A&T and being an engineering student, and really gave me a lot of words and wisdom on how I could be most successful coming here. And then my first real introduction to the College of Engineering came summer 2017 when I was a member of the HOME program. And so for those who don't know, the HOME program is a summer bridge program for incoming freshmen, and that really laid the foundation for me, taking Calculus 1 and really building a community with other incoming freshmen before really getting into the rigors of the engineering curriculum. And so I'm eternally grateful for my mentors that I met during that program, and they really kind of gave me a North Star, something I could achieve and what the possibilities would be for me after the end of 4.5 years. And so I learned a great deal in the classroom at A&T, but I think I learned most from my peers here at A&T. I think starting as a freshman, I learned how to be scrappy. And so while it's great to have that academic discourse and being very technically sound, it's also important to really be scrappy. And I think the students at A&T, the upperclassmen, really taught me how to hunt for opportunities, look for internships, co-ops to really add to my academic experience. And so I'm so grateful to all the upperclassmen and all of my peers. The late nights in McNair, the late nights in the library, all these things are worth it now that we've reached the finish line. And so lastly, I don't want to be before you too long. I just want to say congratulations to everybody. I'm excited to see what we do in the future. We finally did it. And as for me, I'll be moving to California within the next few months to relocate to the Bay Area. I'll be working for Apple as a worldwide supply demand analyst. So once again, excited to see everybody walk across the stage tomorrow. And I wish you all the best of luck in the future.
Okay. Let's give a round of applause one more time. That's just a sample of what we produce here at A&T, so very good job, Jared and Earth as well. We're now in the program where we're going to begin to administer the oath of engineering. I'm going to begin by talking about the significance of the order. The order of the engineer to which you will soon belong is an independent organization. The purpose is to foster a feeling of pride and dedication to that profession which binds us together. You're asked to accept with pride the meaning of the ceremony to which you're about to subscribe. The obligation should be freely given and the responsibility gladly accepted. The orders are symbolized by the acceptance of an obligation and the wearing of a stainless steel ring on the little finger of the working hand. The obligation is the formal statement of the engineer's responsibilities to the public and to the profession. It is a creed similar to the oath attributed to Hippocrates that is commonly taken by medical graduates and which sets forth an ethical code. The obligation likewise contains parts of the canon of ethics of major engineering societies. Initiates, as they voluntarily accept it, pledge to uphold the standards and dignity of the engineering profession and to serve humanity by making the best use of Earth's precious and limited resources. The obligation is a composite of several creeds. It emphasizes the fact that we, as engineers, have certain obligations. It promotes honesty and integrity and recognizes that today's engineers are dependent on their predecessors for their skills. The significance of the ring. The ring, a symbol of pride, prestige, honor, and professionalism among all engineering in the United States, also serves as a reminder to the engineer of our obligation to society. The symbol of your desire to serve the public is the engineer's ring. The ring you will wear on the fifth finger of your working hand will say to all who see it, here is an engineer, possessed of a publicly avowed dedication to the profession and the public they serve. It is our symbol. Wear it for all to see. It is a badge of recognition which will become known to all, the sign of a learned professional pledged to making the best use of Earth's precious and limited resources. With that said, I'll now invite Dr. Robin Colbert, Dean of the College of Engineering, to come now and administer the oath of engineering.
Hello, everyone. Will all current members of the Order of the Engineer please stand? That includes you, Assistant Dean Parrish.
Yes.
And me. But I didn't bring my ring today. Oh, it goes on your pinky finger of whatever your working hand is. Okay, candidates for the order. The Order of the Engineer is an independent movement. The purpose is to foster a feeling of pride in and a dedication to our profession. Your membership in the order is symbolized by the acceptance of an obligation and the wearing of the stainless steel ring on the little finger of the working hand. That's what you have inside of that envelope. There are no meetings other than this ceremony, and there are no dues. Good thing. It is with humility and the need for divine guidance that we say and take this pledge. All right, those who are taking the pledge today, please raise your right hand and stand up. You might want to put the ring on. And we're going to say together the obligation of the engineer. So I'll give it a few moments. And for those who are watching, you notice that this is a symbol. You see this large ring that's in the front of the room? That's a symbol of what you have inside of your envelope, but just the large version that none of us can wear. Are you ready to say the pledge? Yes. Need a few seconds to put the ring on? You can just rip the envelope open, just put the ring on. I'll give you a few seconds to get yourself settled. And we'll say it at a slow enough pace so that we stay together and that we can hear the words. All set? All right. I am an engineer. In my profession, I take deep pride. To it, I owe solemn obligations. As an engineer, I pledge to practice integrity and fair dealing, tolerance and respect, and to uphold devotion to the standards and the dignity of my profession, conscious always that my skill carries with it the obligation to serve humanity by making the best use of Earth's precious wealth. As an engineer, I shall participate in none but honest enterprises. When needed, my skill and knowledge shall be given without reservation for the public good. In the performance of duty and in fidelity to my profession, I shall give my utmost. Please have a seat and congratulations. Okay, so at this point, we're going to continue with the program, and I'm trying to remember what's next. Do you remember what was next on the agenda? Remarks from Tamara Ziegler. Yes, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. And congratulations again. I am Tamara Ziegler, Director of Corporate Engagement for the College of Engineering. I have the distinct privilege of working with companies wanting to engage with you and get to know the phenomenal talent that resides within this college. Their hope is that you will join their ranks as tomorrow's engineering and computer science leaders. Some of you may have engaged with Aggie alumni, COE grads, who are often included in those corporate representatives seeking to get to know you via the lobby days you may have participated in, maybe Engineers Week when they came back, maybe capstone projects and other engagement opportunities this college affords. So we look forward to welcoming you back to the college in that capacity as that corporate representative seeking to engage. And when you do, you may expect to have the conversation with me around giving back to your alma mater. So what I'd like to impress upon you is the importance of giving back and how easy it is to do so. Why give back to your alma mater? For those of you who've received scholarship assistance throughout your few years here at A&T, think of what it meant to you and your families when it came time to piece together that tuition and room and board and rent for the semester. For those who did not receive assistance, think of what it would have meant to have that additional $5,000, $8,000, $10,000, $12,000 a year. Think about what that would have meant. So this university and your College of Engineering continue to experience tremendous growth. With growth comes challenge, with challenge, opportunity. The opportunity to contribute to the growth, expansion, and cultivation of tomorrow's engineers and computer scientists is a privilege, one we hope you'll step up to. Quick question. How many of you are starting new jobs with companies in January or June? Yes, wonderful. After you settle into your new roles and become accustomed to those biweekly paychecks, I'd like for you to consider giving back to your alma mater. Most of the Fortune 500 companies you'll be working for have this vehicle called a matching gift. They will match dollar for dollar. Every dollar you give to A&T, some companies even have a 2-to-1 match. We urge you to take advantage. Please remember, once you're settled in, to inquire from your Human Resources Department when you're ready to give. Having it taken out of your check bi-weekly, after a few weeks, you won't even miss it. I promise you. So again, remember how you could have benefited from the generosity of the alumni you are about to become. Today, I am challenging you to begin that legacy of giving back. Be the donors and alumni you wish had given back to the college when you needed critical funding. Be the impetus. Be the start of that culture of giving back to North Carolina A&T and the College of Engineering. Finally, congratulations. We love you. We are so proud of you. In closing, thank you and Aggie Pride, everyone. So I have the honor of closing up today's event. We are going to miss you. So we really do want you to know that. And while the pandemic has made this the first time in a long time that we're doing this semi in person, normally we do this in a reception hall where we serve you dinner and we have your families with you. But because of distancing, we're doing it differently. But we are so pleased to see you in person today for this celebration of your achievements. As we think about what was said today, isn't it interesting as you listen to the different points? You know, Earth started with I am because we are, and she reminded us of the village and your village throughout your A&T experience and how it not only includes your friends and your colleagues and the staff and your administrators and your leaders, but it ends up working in a way all together so that it helps shape your experience. Then you find that when you are, whether you're in school or whether you're at what you're going to do next, it still has always a social interaction that influences how you think about that experience or how you actually walk through those steps of that. And so as you think about that, that lesson also goes as you go to your next thing. So whether it's to another degree or whether it's to professional or whether it's to a government agency or whether it's to your own business, remember how important it is that you are influencing those just as you've been influenced by others. And so as you're thinking about influencing and being influenced, choose the right environment of where you take your influence from. Meaning, if you put yourself around garbage, it will take you down to that level. If you put yourself around things that are strong, it will put you and help you move to that level. You know this. We can think of this in terms of conduction if you want to, but high to low. So make sure that you're putting yourself around the kind of people that you respect and that you want to be around. And make sure that you are representing yourself in that way. Jarrett was talking about family, but he also very much said that he learned from his colleagues how to be scrappy. In some environments, you would call scrappy the combination of agile as well as creative, because you're having to think about something is not perfect and you have to figure it out to still get it done. And so scrappiness allows you not to have everything so perfect in order for you to deliver, but instead to know that you have this solid base and yet you also are creative. And so whether you're one of our engineers or you're one of our computer scientists, you all have that skill. So you want to make sure you're thinking about that and aren't afraid to be able to use that scrappiness in the situations, because what you're going to face is going to continue to evolve. Professor Omudab, the chair of ISC, reminded you of that. Our fields are changing so quickly. So that kind of scrappiness, that kind of agility becomes really very important for your longevity in your fields and your success in your fields. So don't be afraid to do things that are new for you. By doing and accepting challenges, it will allow you to continue to stretch, but also to stand on the foundation that I'm trying to remember which one of our speakers, actually it was still Omi Yadab, said, build a strong foundation, right? You stand on each foundation even as you reach beyond things you've done before. If you only do things you've done already, you will be bored, but you will also be stagnant. So that's the reason why you want to deliver at each step and then continue to stretch forward to things you've not done before. Use your logic and the things you've learned of how to think. As Dr. Esterline said, you learned how to learn by doing your degrees here. And so you learned how to learn, but you also learned how to organize information in a way that allows you to see what you know and what you have to get done. Still use that kind of logic as you're doing things that seem like they're chaotic. Organize it in some way, and it will allow you to start moving forward on that. Dr. Kabadi said, don't forget all those who supported you throughout your experiences. He specifically said, don't forget your families and the support they've provided you. And he also said that the difficulties over the last couple of years because of the pandemic have made you stronger. Do you feel stronger or do you feel weaker? Good. Own that strength. You do have it, and I'm so glad that you know you have that, because that is pretty critical for you having the confidence to do what we're talking about, which is to take on challenges that you've not done before. There's no answers in the back of the book, right? It is about knowing your foundation and moving forward. Dr. Shea said, don't be afraid to ask questions, especially in the beginning. You don't have to pretend that you know everything. You already know quite a bit, but isn't it important that you end up contextualizing in your new environment the knowledge you have that to fit the context of that new environment? That's really where those questions come into play. It allows you to put it together and think about what you're assigned to do and how it fits into the bigger picture. Another way to think about that is, have you ever seen someone who has an assignment to do and they isolate and they come almost like put a cocoon around themselves, but they forgot to see how it all fits together? You've got to pick up your head enough to see how what you've been assigned and that you have to deliver, how does it fit with what's important to that company? The reason why that's important is because when you present, you want to be able to present what you're responsible for and contextualize that again for the audience that you're presenting it to. And the more you can do that, the more you'll be able to see okay, well, this connects in this way. Let me have those conversations ahead of time, even when you're designing solutions. So just think about that even as you're out there. You heard from Dr. Ferguson that tomorrow, your graduation day, is a transition. And he specifically said, you've been well trained in your fields, but you have to have the courage to lead with your intelligence. Because someone has 10, 20, 30 years of experience on you does not mean that your knowledge is less than theirs. And you, because you have a college degree, and if you're working with someone who doesn't, does not mean that you are a better person than that person who doesn't have a degree. So that humility and that ability to read the room and see beyond the label of the position, the degree that someone supposedly has, you have to have that skill. And you have to own the contributions that every single one of you must make, because the world needs you. The world needs you to own who you are and what you know, and to be impactful in that way. So when you're in that room, you don't have to talk up a storm, but you do need to speak up when you know you need to speak up. And when you're in that room, own the fact that you deserve to be in that room, because you do. And so even when you're feeling a little nervous and a little, oh, I don't know, I've got a question, I think something's wrong, but no one else is noticing it's wrong, so maybe I shouldn't say anything. You know, you've seen that in class sometimes. You felt it in class before, you felt it at work before. You'll feel it again. It's okay. What I want you to do is just take a little bit of a deep breath, check your facts, make sure before you say it that you're like, okay, no, I'm pretty sure that this is worth saying. And then get practice. You have to say it so that you get practice on how to say that, because you're not going to say to someone, hey, your slide is wrong. That may not be the right way. But saying, I have a question. Maybe you can clarify for me. It seems to me that da-da-da-da-da. Could you help tell us a little bit more about this? You know, it's just figure out how you ask your questions. But if you don't speak up, you are being non-respectful of yourself. And you're also not making the impact you could for your company. Because what if you, because of your path, are the only one who can see this gap that no one else is in the room and seeing? Because you're the only one who sees it does not mean that you're wrong. It means that you are able to see something that others can't, which means you have the ability to contribute in ways that others can't. Own that ability to contribute. Do not allow your fear for speaking up because you may be new or the only one who looks like you in that room. Don't let that fear block you from being a full, all-in contributor. You know what I mean by that? Okay. And Dr. Parrish said, you have already persevered, and that perseverance and that tenacity will serve you well as you go on to do all of the things that you're going to do for decades, years to come. But he said, keep moving forward. But if you move forward without even thinking about what you're moving forward to, that could be called drifting. You could just be kind of running in the wake, right? So make sure you're also thinking, and you don't have to have your plans fixed. You don't have to say, okay, in 2 years I want to do this, in 5 years I want to do this, and if something doesn't happen that way, then everything falls apart. Don't do that. But make sure you do have goals for yourself, and be flexible and forgiving and graceful enough with yourself that if your goals change, well, shouldn't they change as you learn more, as you gain more, as you become more of who you are meant to be? So make sure you are moving forward and set your targets, but also be flexible enough to allow your plans to change as you learn more and as your goals for yourself continue to modify. But make sure you have goals, because we are expecting such wonderful things for you, because we see you. We've seen you since you entered this college, and we already know that you're meant to do great things. We need you to know that, and we need you to do it one step at a time. You don't have to do it all by next year. Just step by step. Just make sure that you're gaining and improving and growing and evolving. And always make sure that you're thinking about, is there someone else that just by you being kind that day, by having a word, because you notice that this person, something is going on that you recognize that you can mentor them on, just say a kind word to someone else. It will make a difference, and it will come back to you when you need a kind word. So everyone, we just want you to know we love you, we will miss you, and we are so proud of you. Happy graduation to all of you. Congratulations. And let's thank Ms. Ava Dickens for planning this today. Shall we? She's somewhere. And that concludes our program for today. We hope, was it worth it you being here? Yes. We're so glad you were here. Really, we have missed being able to do this with you. So congratulations, the best to you in your future, and we'll see you tomorrow at commencement. And I know there's stuff for you outside. So glad you're here. And congratulations to the parents who are listening on.
Yeah.